this week, if you are watching live, if you are listening, we have the incomparable, I would argue, better half, Jess Klein. Sorry, Mike, we love you, but Jess is here. But yeah, we have Jess Klein, and you're out with, what album is this? What number is this?
10.
Oh, you know what? It helps if I turn on the mic. Say that again.
10.
10. That's
a lot.
A lot. That's all my fingers. Well, you know how it goes, Jess. We jump right into a song.
Great. Okay, let's do it. This is a new song. I don't think I've performed this live anywhere. So
World premiere.
We like
this
those.
is on the new album, and it's called What If. What if my life was so easy, loving paid the bills, I wouldn't have to climb these unrelenting hills. What if my heart was so peaceful on a cloudy day, I wouldn't have to hide or dream of flying away. I'm calling on an easy time, I'm calling on a bed of roses, calling on a perfect drive. I'm calling on some tender care for you and for me and all people everywhere. What if we knew in our bones we were safe and strong, and nothing we had done had ever truly steered us wrong? What if we trusted that knowing would we finally understand most of what we're seeking is right here in our hands? We're all calling on an easy time, we are calling on a bed of roses, calling on a perfect rhyme. We're all calling for some tender care for you and for me and all people everywhere. Calling on a hand to hold, calling on a smile, calling all amends to be made, stepping out to walk the extra mile. We're all calling on an easy time, we are calling on a bed of roses, calling on a perfect rhyme. We're all calling like we've never called before, for the strength to build a doorway and the courage to open up the door.
Jess Klein scaling at least 2 octaves in that one song. At least.
I saw you reaching over to bring the levels back down after you had raised them up a little bit because, all of a sudden Jess got loud.
That's hot.
Yeah, that was great. And this is off of the new album, right?
Yes.
Which is not quite a new album yet. Maybe next week?
Comes out a week from today.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And by comes out, it means different things now. It used to be you went to the store, you got the album, or Columbia delivered it to you, and you didn't pay for it. Remember that?
You paid a penny.
I paid crap. But what does it mean to come out for you regarding this album?
So it'll be out on all the streaming services and on my Bandcamp next Friday. And then and I have CD copies, which I will have for folks. I'm still waiting on the vinyl, so all the Kickstarter folks are going to get their packages sort of a couple weeks after it's actually out.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And where is your Bandcamp? What's the name of it?
It's jessklein.bandcamp.com.
Okay.
Easy
Makes
to
it
find.
Real simple.
Yeah.
Y'all go out there. Can they pre-order now?
They can.
Go
yeah,
out there
absolutely.
and pre-order now because you're going to want this.
Yes. Tell us briefly about the incarnation of this 10th album. What motivated it?
You know, I just I started writing it, I think almost 3 years ago, and sometimes you just hit on something and you start to feel inspired, and it's like, where could this go? And I don't know, it started with a couple songs, and then it took a while to finish the rest, but I guess it's sort of like an album about, in some ways it's an album about being middle-aged and just being like, okay, well, what do I really not care about anymore, and what do I really care about now? You know, life is short, and what am I gonna do with the rest of my time? And the album's called Dreaming Aloud because I felt like, I don't know, I just kind of felt like owning my optimism in a new way, you know? I didn't feel like, I feel like I was, part of my like job in this lifetime is to have that sort of larger optimism, like that we're going to get through this, and that
We are.
people have the tools and the power that we need. I think a lot about Patti Smith and her song "People Have the Power." Like
Yep.
that line just is always ringing in my head.
That's so funny. I almost put that song on the playlist this week.
You were wearing a Patti Smith shirt
I
last
was.
week, weren't
I'm
you?
such a huge fan.
Oh, she's
No,
an
just no idea.
icon, incredible
Yeah.
artist.
Well, we're a big fan of you. Will you play us another song?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, this is the title track. Freedom's a young woman's easy swagger toward a young man smiling. He is holding a balloon. I saw your face and the decades shattered under the light of an August moon. Back in the fields of our teenage heaven, surrounded by old friends, drinking someone else's wine. I stood alone in silence, wrestling the limits of age and the longing for time. So if it's okay, here's my number. Call if you ever wanna dream aloud. What could have been if only I'd been a little more wise and a little less proud. You had the eyes of a wise old mentor, even back then in our sun-drenched youth. You knew how to love, you knew how to hold on. I just kept reaching for some distant truth. But truth on its own is a shifting thing. You think you might grab it and it slips away. I came to that place, a far-off sunset was a hell of a ride, was all I could say. So if it's okay, here's my number. Call if you ever wanna dream aloud. What could have been if only I'd been a little more wise and a little less proud? Or does it all go round in circles, honey? The ways we dream and what we have to let go. Dee and Go-Go, we are sad and funny, never knowing what we do not know. So if it's okay, here's my number. Call if you ever wanna dream aloud. what you taught me, well, it still unfolds outside of time and an old woman's yearning. The key that you gave me, I will always hold.
Jess Klein, live here on Pass the Hat. I love the, well, I can't even remember the words now, about truth being, truth shifting, or being something that's not immutable, because, lots of us feel like truth is an immutable thing, but it's not. It changes person to person and over time. And I'm wondering, your truth, how do you stay so hopeful? I didn't quite throw the segue in there I was thinking in my head, but that's where I was going.
Great. That was great. I don't really know. I mean, I just try and talk to other people who lift my spirits, and I try to not, I think that we've all been sort of like conditioned to think that hope is like foolish, or like, like that you have to be ignoring something to be hopeful or to be optimistic. But I get, in some ways I think it comes from, in 2008 or something, my dad got diagnosed with ALS, and we had never had like a great relationship. But when he got sick, I really saw him change. Like, he reached out to me and he became this really generous person, and he was like telling the people around him that he loved them, and he had never been that way. He was kind of selfish, before, and I think that showed me like people have the capacity to change how they behave and how they show up in the world, and
yes,
why not believe that that's possible? I mean, I just feel like life's too short to spend it feeling down, to be cynical.
Looking backwards, being bitter, it's not worth it. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Well, but I also think there's a halfway there too, in that, yes, your dad changed, but you also chose to interpret it in a positive way, because there are people who would face that changed person and say, no matter what, I can't forgive you. So what caused you to be of that mindset? Like, how were you able to accept this changed person and forgive that selfish one before?
Man, that's a great question. I mean, I feel like if I understood why I can do that and other people wouldn't, I'd have like the key to like changing the world. But
Yeah.
I just know that it's just always felt better to me to be more open and forgiving, because I just feel like, how long am I really here for? I just don't want to spend it like feeling resentful or bitter. It just feels like a waste.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think I've come upon the answer, because I feel like you and I are like sisters from a different mister as far as this mindset, and I really do think people are just wired this way.
Yeah,
I have always been wired through, like, I've walked through some fires, but I've also found that people with whom I've had tenuous or maybe not good relationships, if they really showed up and were contrite, like really contrite, and then demonstrated that they meant to take a more positive path forward, I was all in. I've never not been all in for that, because you're right. I could think, wow, this is real.
Yeah.
Is that a bat?
I think it's.
If it's a bat, I'm going to cut somebody.
I think it's a flying.
It's a giant bug.
I
will take care of that in a minute, but I wanted to.
That's fun.
Sorry.
Kim has an issue
bat.
with bats.
Well, that's because we have an issue with bats.
Bats. Yeah, I
But
get it.
I wanted to point out, Jess, that you have a changing the world mindset, at least on a small scale, and I love that wonderful thing you have going on in West Hillsboro at Eno House, the Velvet Feast, I believe you call it, which is a wonderful concept. Is you bring in fellow singer-songwriters, performers to come in and put on a show, but beforehand there's a community potluck that happens, and so you're really actively working to build community, and not a lot of folks do that. And I don't think enough people know about the Velvet Feast. And can you tell us more and how other people can be involved while I get that giant bug
Yes.
over there?
Okay. Great. This is
I'm
look over
horrified.
here.
You hear
So
screaming.
I've been wanting to like host a series for a while, and I mean I've toured all over the country and Europe and stuff, and some of the best vibe shows I've ever played have been in places where there was some kind of like it was a community effort, you know, like house concerts where everyone brings a dish, and it's like this, you know, you just feel like you're part of something that isn't just about like I'm going to get on stage and be a musician and you're over there and you're the audience. I mean, I love performing. I'll perform in any setting, but it really matters to me to be able to use music to bring people together. And I just feel like we have so much to offer each other and we don't always realize it. You know, we sort of live in this society where it's like, well, I need this thing or I need this thing done. I better go buy it or pay someone to do it, but your neighbor might be willing to trade you something for it or just give it to you.
True story.
Exactly.
You know, and there's also just like the joy of like sharing good food with like-minded people and your neighbors and you're all there to like see some songs and I don't know, I just felt like Eno House was like the perfect spot because
It really is.
they love that kind of thing. And if you haven't been there, it's like a renovated old church, and we do it once a month. The day of the week shifts around a little because I'm in and out of town on tour, but we have one coming up June 14th. It's a Sunday, and my guests will be Kamara Thomas and Steph Stewart from Blue Cactus, and then we have one July, I think it's the 19th, and that my guests will be Abigail Dowd and Angel Snow.
Oh, Angel's coming back. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah, she's phenomenal artist.
And how do people find out more about this?
You can get tickets on Eventbrite by searching the Velvet Feast Hillsboro, North Carolina,
Easy peasy.
or go on my website and there's links there under shows.
But don't do that now because you're listening to Jess Klein play her next song.
Oh yeah, okay, good. I think I'll do this. So we ended up recording 15 songs for this album, and they couldn't all fit on the album, or like that would have been a lot to ask people to listen to. So
I'd do it.
some of them will be on a later release, an EP, next winter or something. So this is one of those. I've been really blessed to spend my whole life doing some version of this, you know, writing songs and recording them and then playing with them for people and traveling around. And it's a crazy job and it's a crazy world. And there have been times when I've been like, that's it, I'm done, you know, nah, screw this, you know. But spoiler, I'm never going to stop. So,
Good for us.
the song's called In It for the Love. Back when this whole thing started, I was fresh and new, full of grand ambition, a lot of hot air too. Men in suits lined up to tell me I was great. Wasn't sure what they wanted. I was only being an artist, sometimes touching greatness, sometimes feeling overrated. Still I went around the world, sometimes to cameras and applause, sometimes to jet lag, sore throats and empty bars. I tried to walk away more times than I'll admit to you, but in spite of all the questioning, trying to conquer everything, wondering if I'm anything at all, some part of me knew I'm in it for the love, 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 I'm in it for for the love. And love has come back to me, though sometimes I forget. Angels in a world that hasn't figured it out yet. Like a stranger who would drive me to my next destination. A young girl who told me my words were her inspiration. $100 bill that would end up in my jar. Genius, crazy artist friends, changing the world with songs and pens. The blessing just to stand here and share what I am seeing. I'm in it for the love. 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 When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. It's been a long, rocky journey to scale something real. Not just what it looks like, but how it makes you feel. You care less and less who it makes sense to. The more times you get goosebumps from touching something true. And if you're still listening, it means you're more like me. Then maybe you give yourself permission to be a seeker, a dreamer at the end of the day. You're not letting something like the world get in your way. Saying I don't want a different life, only grateful for this life. Come on, sing it with me, I know you're wanting to. We're in it for the love. 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 We're in it for the love.
I have been at a house when you played that song, and the audience, the congregation, if you will, singing along to the chorus.
Yeah.
That had to feel pretty good.
It's my favorite thing in the world to get people to sing along. I love it so
Were
much.
you there too, Kim?
Oh, yeah.
I thought I remembered you being there.
Yeah. And I've heard you do that song multiple times in different venues, and it's always the same
Yeah,
joy.
when you can get an audience singing along, we're in it for the love.
Yeah.
That's got to be pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels like, I mean, again, like, what are you here for if it's not for love? Like,
Right?
what's your deeper motivation? Like, what's a better motivation, you know?
Well, speaking, you mentioned before the song that you have gotten to do this for most of your adult life.
Yeah.
That said, where are you traveling to next? For those people who are listening from away, what's your next month or two look like?
I'll be in Wilmington, North Carolina, June 12th at Live at Ted's. I'll have my bass player, Robert Sledge, with me. And then I'll be doing the Velvet Feast at House here in Hillsborough, June 14th. And then I go out, I'll be doing something in Columbia, Missouri, but I think that's private. So I'll be at the Moccasin Creek Fest in Effingham, Illinois in June. And then I'll be in Kansas City, Oklahoma City, and Buffalo, Missouri, and a little festival in South Dakota called Montrose in July. And then some stuff I can't remember in August. And then in September, I'll be in the UK, and I'll be just like a couple dates in England, and then I'll be at Antlers and Acorns in Boone, North Carolina.
Whoop, whoop.
And
We will see you there.
oh my God, you guys are going to love it. Something else in September. Oh, I'm doing a show at the Chapel in the Pines in Chapel Hill. Oh, there's another one. God, sorry. I'm a terrible person to ask about this kind of thing.
Well, we could probably
it's on my website.
find all this.
That's a great idea.
JessKlein.com?
Yes.
Easy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we have you play one more song
Okay.
to round out the hour?
All right.
And then we'll take care of our top of the hour business.
All right.
We have sweets to deal with.
Yes, we do.
Oh boy, it's really hard to. I was like, I don't know what songs I'm gonna play. I guess I'll just.
You don't have a jar?
I don't. I know Mike June has a jar. That's such a smart idea. He's so smart with that stuff. I always just stress over it and then.
Everyone has their process.
Yeah. This song's called Annie's Place. When the rent was late and the bills piled high and the ceiling was leaking again. When your neighbor put a dent in the car that you lent him and you had to learn to count to 10. In a world of blurry lines, broken rules, thin dimes, somehow you still held an ace. 'Cause you could work it out with a little bit of wine, Mondays at Annie's Place. Never really thought I would fit anywhere, on the outside looking in. Welcomed me like a runaway child, and I met my orphan kin. Old rock and rollers, dreamers getting bolder, travelers from the far side of space, biding our time with a little bit of wine, Mondays at Annie's Place. Well, we were more than just getting by. Some of them still go by, and I dream of going back with a wink and a snap and a gleam in my renegade eye. Yeah, I wish that I could rewind, click my heels, see my troubles vanish without a trace, where everything was fine with a little bit of wine, Mondays at Annie's Place. So tonight I'm gonna steal away, sit out with a pine sway, grant myself a smidgen of grace, raise a glass, even if it's my last, to the good times at Annie's Place. I'll raise myself a glass, even if it's my last, to the good times at Annie's Place.
It is the top of the hour, 7 o'clock. You are listening to WHUP LP Hillsboro. My name is Kim Lane. I'm joined by Bob Johnson and our studio guest, Jess Klein. At the top of the hour, we are WHUP Ask the Hat, and Jess Klein is now a spokesmodel. She has a new job.
That's right. Jess, if you could pick up that cardboard box to your right. And this is where we remind you that support for this second hour of Past the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthews Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsboro, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it,
we all have chocolate needs.
Every guest on Past the Hat gets a gift of chocolate. We don't know what's in the box, but we know that it's delicious. And y'all, Every holiday is a chocolate holiday, as I'm sure you know. Father's Day is coming up. Dad does not want underwear. He does not want ties. He doesn't want tools because he's already bought all the tools that he needs. What he really wants is some of those
Booze. No, chocolate.
homemade cookies and cream marshmallows from Matthews.
That does sound pretty good.
Where's
Makes
the
me
lie?
want to be a father.
Right? Okay, Daddy. So last week, Mike got a box of chocolate, and he opened it up, and he had one piece, and he said, I'm taking the rest of this home for Jess.
Did he?
He did. It was so good. I mean, we shared it, but it was
That's
it's
nice.
out of this world.
Now,
The
but
chocolates are.
I did
You're
not
a-
believe him, but yay,
Oh
yay
no, he
Mike.
really did. He really brought it home.
So I have some concerns. Jess is a bass player. You know what that
Uh-oh.
means. Yeah.
That means the chocolate might disappear
On
before the
air
show's
while
over.
she's singing. So there's a thing that's been happening at WHUP's Pass the Hat over the past couple of years. We've had 2 or 3 bassists now
Okay.
as part of groups who they open the box and the bass player eats the box on air. Like they empty
while
the
the
box.
rest of the band is playing a song.
Yeah. Yes.
That's giving bass players a bad rap. I mean,
Yeah.
Or do they just have good taste?
Right.
Either
Well-
way, we are here with Jess Klein live in the studio.
We are, and I was wondering as you were playing that song, what is it? That sounds like a very specific memory, or is it a compilation of memories, or is it no? I'm honoring this place.
No, it was a place I lived in Austin. We lived in Austin. I lived there for 8 years before Mike and I moved here, and it was just this great. He kind of also lived in that neighborhood, but we didn't know each other. But it was just like this great enclave of artist cottages, and it was really centrally located, and it was cheap, so cheap. Like I had my own freestanding house for $325 a month.
Wow.
And it was just like a dream. For me, it was like a dream. It was like I was just like 10 feet from, famous Austin musicians. And so we'd get together, we'd have barbecues, we'd play music together. Like the guitar player that was playing with me at the time was literally across the sidewalk from me. And I loved it. I loved it so much. I loved everything about it. I love that kind of like community living situation where you're like you're with your people who all like the same thing that you like, and you're kind of like there like stumbling into each other. I really like that. So
That is very cool. Will
Yeah.
you play us another song?
sure.
Get the jar, Bob.
Yeah, I know. I should have thought through that. Well, whatever. I don't really feel like overthinking things anymore. So I think I'm gonna let's see if I can remember what key this is in. This is also on this new album, and da 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 da. I think it's this key. I had written this song. I had a lyric, and I went to my producer in Austin, and I played it for him the way I had it written. It kind of had like almost like a disco rhythm or something to it. And I played him the song as I had it, and he was like, "That's cool, but I think you could use that whole lyric with this other rhythm." And when he first said that to me, I was like, he doesn't understand me. Like, he doesn't get my genius or whatever. And then 24 hours later, I was like, oh no, he's totally right. This is way better. So this song, it's called I Want to Be Love, not I Want to Be Loved. And I feel like, we all want to be loved, but I just thought, like, what if you could show up as the energy of love? What would that look like? So
I like it.
sounds like this, I think. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. This is too low of a key. Sorry. That's how you know it's live.
Well, that's never happened before.
Yeah. Da 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 da. Da da da. All right, let's try this. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Don't obscure it, don't complicate it this time around. If I have the chance to start over clean, be what I truly want, say what I truly mean. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. When I'm stuck in a storm cloud, alone in my fear, and I feel like my whole world might disappear, when I reach out my hand, I know I am here. I wanna be loved. I saw your face. I saw your face, reflecting the pain and shame of the human race. Then I saw the heart of a girl, born to embody the heart of the world. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. With a shirt off my back, the meal on my plate, this song in my heart saying it's not too late. I can't go back, I can no longer wait. I wanna be loved. There is not a question to be asked, only the answer, only the task. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. When all that I've known has been ripped away, I'm standing alone. One thing remains, nothing can dim this immutable flame. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. With a shirt off my back, the meal on my plate, this song in my heart saying it's not too late. I can't go back, I can no longer wait. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved.
Jess, I have a question for you about what you mentioned. You mentioned your producer in passing, and you mentioned the details of the work as we interview you. And we have a lot of people come in here. We have a lot of people in our community who would love to, I want to play a listening room. I want to play for people who are really paying attention. I don't want to just play bars. I would love to do this at least for a part-time living. And don't go into all the details, but can you give an example of why you're able to do this? Because I know you have a team. I know you've made personal investments in this. Like, what does the work look like to get you to that point where you can say, I play spaces where people listen to me?
Man, I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I think that's part of it.
I think that's probably a lot of it, yeah.
When everything sort of fell apart in certain ways in the music business, like when streaming took over and I feel like it was like around the early 2000s, like just the
Yep.
whole music business changed. And so I had a big record. I mean, first of all, I had a big record deal when I started out. So that helped a lot. I still have fans who know me from then and still follow me. But when that big thing happened and like the whole business changed, I just remember my manager at the time being like, it's just going to be whoever's left standing. Like, you just have to really want to do it and not give up, you know, because that same support isn't necessarily there now. But a lot of it's just like dumb persistence. But I don't know. Yeah, I get. You know, I don't have that big of a team. I have a producer who I'm madly in love with working with him, and I have a social media person who is helping me right now because I'm putting out an album. But everything else in this moment in time is on me, and I've had other people help me with other things in the past, but I don't really know the answer. I think you have to keep playing until you find your people, and you have to be open to it's like you have to be open to the people that want to help you, but you also have to be choosy about who you trust, because there's a lot of people in this business that know you want to be famous and will take your money promising to make you that way and won't actually be able to do it.
Sure.
So do you do your own booking?
Right now, yeah.
Okay, so you're so Alicia as well, of a different thread. We had this discussion with her. They have exploded on social media and in their music.
And it is a full-time job for them.
Yes, and we want you to hear that there is that we get at this time of year, and often in January, we get these emails, we get social media posts. Enter this contest. Have your music heard by these judges and these people. While not a scam, it is a money grab.
Yeah.
And there is no quick ticket to fame. Even, I mean, look at these shows like the talent shows on television, on major networks. I'm not
Right.
going to name them, but those people, even the people who get the golden buzzers and the big prizes, I don't know who they are 5
Yeah.
minutes later. So
Yeah.
you got to do the work, just like Jess Klein does. And yet here you stand, like you're still standing, and you are in it for the love, which is amazing to me.
If
And
I wasn't in it for the love, I wouldn't be in it at all.
but you still have a roof over your head, and like that's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
can you show us why you are still doing so
You're
well?
going to make her play another song?
I'm going to make her play another, because I'm Kirk tonight. I am going to play us more of your fine music, because I know Kirk is listening, and someone has to be Kirk.
We are missing Kirk tonight.
Yes,
but
we are.
He had very good reasons for needing to be at home.
That's okay.
You know what? I think I'll do
We also
this.
thought we might have Mike June in here as a celebrity guest radio host, but
Yes.
he had other issues come up as well.
Yes, we are thinking of you, Mike, and we miss you tonight.
So we recorded this one. My producer, I brought him this song, and we messed around with it a little, different like guitar arrangements, and then he said, I think I should play piano on it and you should just sing. I said, okay. And we, so I went out to this, he has a separate building where the vocal booth is and everything, and he stayed in the studio, and there's no camera or anything. We couldn't see each other. We didn't have a click track, which is what you usually use to hear what the other musicians, like the timing of everything. We didn't have one of those. We thought we were just like roughing it. But we've been playing together and working together for a really long time, and what he played was so beautiful, and it connected so much with me that we ended up getting this song in one take, and I was crying at the end of it because it's a sad tune. It's about it's a breakup song, but it's about breaking up because you outgrew the person, and I just find that to be like the most heartbreaking thing. So I can't do the piano part. There's no piano, and I'm not much of a piano player, but I'm just gonna play it on guitar here. It's called Delay the Sunrise. If I could delay the sunrise, I would never reach much higher than our bed. Sometimes I think life is hell. Sometimes I believe that it's a gift instead. I never would have grown if I'd stayed with what I'd known. I never would have broken your heart. But if I could delay the sunrise, you and I would never be apart. If I could embrace the moon, maybe I'd have seen it all more clearly. Bathed you in a softer light, maybe I'd have held your hand more dearly. What else can I say but I came to you this way? At least know that we brought each other near. But if I could embrace the moon, maybe we'd be resting easier right here. If I could traverse the stars, maybe see it from so very far away, nothing would have been as worth it, treating what we had like child's play. I hope you hear me now, though I'm nowhere to be found. My heart, though torn apart, embraces you. If I could traverse the stars, I'd light them up to show you that was true. A lonely little human holding hands. What does it have to be so difficult for us to understand? If I could delay the sunrise, if I could embrace the moon or scale the stars, nothing would have been as worth it. We would still be stuck here just the way we are. But please do not forget, this is all we ever get. And I tried to give my very best to you. Though we can salute the skies down here, love is the best that we can do. Oh, please do not forget, this is all we ever get. And I tried to give my very best to you. Though we can salute the skies down here, love is the best that we can do. Though we can salute the skies down here, love is the best that we can do.
I can't wait to hear this new album.
Thank you.
This is going to be so good.
Thank you.
You have talked a little bit about your producer in Austin and recording in Austin. Recording studios are everywhere and producers are everywhere. I think you've recorded several albums with this producer and in this recording studio in Austin.
Yeah.
What is it about that made you all click, that worked for you?
You know, I first met him when I first moved to Austin, and we were having a barbecue at that artist enclave that I told you about, and I played him a song called Bound to Love, and he was like, "That's so pretty, why don't you come out?" You know, he lives on a farm south of town, and he was like, "Why don't you come out and we'll like we can do a demo of it for free and just see like
that's nice.
if we work together well. And I just immediately appreciated, like, he's a great songwriter, and so he knows how to give me feedback on my songs and be like, you can do better, or like, this is great, don't change anything, or what if you wrote another verse here, like that kind of thing. And he's just, I don't know, like, I feel so blessed to have like met him in this lifetime because we work so well together, and he's my collaborator in this sense,
And it sounds like you're pretty good at least with him taking feedback as well.
Yeah, I can take feedback from him because I know that he has my best interest at heart, and we've done enough together now that I know if we listen to each other, we're gonna come up with something cool. So
that's pretty magical to find.
Yeah.
Make that kind of connection with someone you can work with professionally.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question about what I was about earlier, what motivated the album. And you were talking about it's a reflection in some ways on some conclusions you've reached in middle age. And I am so curious about something you said. What is something that you don't care about anymore?
I feel like I just care less and less about trying to prove something. And I'm so much more interested in, being an artist. Like, every artist has an ego, and you need an ego to get on stage.
Oh, yes, you
and
do.
Be like, look at me and listen to me. But it can get really get in the way of like a deeper expression of truth, or being able to like really connect with an audience and really channel something bigger. And I'm so much more interested in the channeling of something bigger than I was. It's not that I wasn't interested in that when I was younger, but I constantly felt like, oh my God, does that person over there not like this song? Or do they think I'm too rock and roll or not rock and roll enough? Or like, I'm not folky enough for this, just like all the doubts were like just constantly in my head. And I just, at this point in my life, it's just been like a reclamation where I'm like, you know what? If they paid to see me, that's what they're going to get, and hopefully they like it. But, I can only do my best work if I try and let go of worrying about what someone else thinks. It's a weird kind of like contradiction in terms, because you are there to entertain people, but you have to trust that your gift, offered honestly, is powerful enough to speak to people. And the thing that I really want to do with my music is give people permission to feel things, because I feel like growing up, for various reasons, it just never seemed like feeling things and expressing them was like a great idea. So
we're of that generation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't have emotions. Those
how
things are
dare
dangerous.
you? And don't talk about it with anyone else, because
Right.
people might think things.
Right, yeah.
But I think that's one of the compelling things about a Jess Klein show, is that you seem at ease and it feels real, and it's not you giving the audience an experience, it's you having an experience with the audience, and it feels very real. It's I will go and see Jess Klein wherever she's playing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's that good a show.
Well, I think we have a chance to hear one more song.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I can play this other one that I, for some reason, didn't play a minute.
And while she's tuning and fixing up here, you all are going to go see her on, what is it, June 14th? Did I get that? June 14th.
Eno House.
At Eno House is what you're going to be doing.
You're going to go look for the Velvet Feast on Eventbrite, yes.
But you gotta type in Hillsborough, the Velvet Feast, Hillsborough, because I've noticed if you just type in the Velvet Feast, it brings up some
might find
venue
other
in like
things.
Virginia or something.
You do not want to go to Virginia. You want
No,
to
you
go
don't
to
have to go to
Hillsborough.
Virginia. I think this might have been the first song that I wrote for the album. I was getting really obsessed with this tuning called Dadgad,
Oh, yeah.
because our friend Jonathan Bird was obsessed with it, and I was playing bass in his band, and so I was hearing a lot about Dadgad at the time. And
Jonathan is such a bad influence.
He is a bad influence. He is badly
He's a bad
influencing Wes Collins and a group of audience down at Sonark starting in about 30 minutes.
what's that?
He and Wes Collins are playing Sonark
Oh, that's so
starting
cool.
8 o'clock tonight.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Someone's talking in the hall, something mean about me, and I'm hiding in my room. Got a million colors here, blizzard to vermilion, and a vision way beyond my view. And times can be hard, so hard, trying to trace the outlines of my heart. But times can be good, so good, when I realize it's all a work of art. When you see me standing there, hearing that you're hurting, please just tell me straight. Baby, when your borders blur, brick red running, like you came and spilled all of my pain. And times can be hard, so hard, trying to trace the outlines of our hearts. But times can be good, so good, when we realize it's all a work of art. Might not look like much to you, but it keeps me coming back through the darkness and the light. Like a Basquiat or an oaky flower, there's a world in here with some hidden power. When I got that brush in hand, one thing in my command, think I fight a damn good fight. 'Cause times can be hard, so hard, trying to trace the outlines of our hearts. But times can be good, so good, when we realize it's all a work of art. And times can be hard, so hard, trying to trace the outlines of my heart. But times can be good, so good, when we realize it's all a work of art. When I realize it's all a work of art, a work of art.
We hope you have been enjoying this live hour with Jess
I
Klein.
have been.
I wish we could just kind of lock the doors and
Just keep her?
yeah, but I don't think that's the only thing it's kidnapping. Anyway, we are going to shut down the live stream, but not before telling you that you're going to stick around, because you're going to go to WHUPFM.org. You're going to click that Listen Live button, and you're going to continue listening to the music that Jess is listening to right now. She's going to be our guest DJ. You can also go to Radio Garden, spin the globe, land on Hillsborough, and hit WHUP, or you can go to your TuneIn app and listen there. This live stream will be available on Facebook and Twitch for 2 weeks. It will be available on YouTube forever Or
as far as we
until
know.
or until they run out of water at the data center. So
Exactly.
Yep, there you go. So Jess, if you will wave goodbye to our watchers, and the listeners are going to keep hanging out and can